Welcome everybody for it's a major day today. It's game 7, Nugs versus Wolves.
Jokic is the best playoff player of all time.
I mean, that's absolutely true, and we're going to tell you why. But before we do that, welcome for anybody that's joining, because this is High at Halftime, where we give you our elevated takes. And so, speaking of elevated takes, we're going to have to start getting to it. So, let's make sure it's 4:20 somewhere, because it's about to be 4:20 here.
We need a soundboard that we can do some type of John Cena sound or something, you know.
We'll have to have work on that added in, have different buttons. So it'll be nice. That's the nice thing that can be with the Rodecaster or with StreamYard. We can add in things like that. So I definitely love it. So if it's 4:20 where you're at, because it's always 4:20 somewhere, especially here in San Diego right now, then tell us what you are about to start smoking on or what you're enjoying. We are about to start smoking on the gelati cake from THC Design.
Yeah, right. We could have
we need a little camera just for product shots.
Yeah, a little product camera. That's a good idea.
It's all covered. We're growing the show as we do. But
package date 5/10.
Super fresh.
Okay, so
that's packaged just like what, a week ago? Yeah, just over a week ago.
Just a week ago. Yeah, I wonder.
THC Design is so good. I've had their garlic cocktail. I've had a bunch of strains from them, but their garlic cocktail is one that was really popular. So this gelati cake.
They had a booth down at in the back over there on the inside of Wicked West yesterday, right?
Yeah. They were inside near the VIP room.
Back in the speakeasy spot. Yeah,
exactly. But you're not here to hear. Well, you are here to listen about weed, but you're also here to get our sports takes. So at 5 o'clock and just under an hour, we got the Nuggets versus the Wolves for Game 7. Winner goes home, or loser goes home. Winner goes to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
to face the Thunder, who just won last night.
I would even say winner goes on to win the finals.
It is true, because Mavericks, be on the watch out. We coming for you. But first, we gotta get through tonight. They've pushed it. I mean, Game 6, we were hoping, and we got destroyed. We got whooped in Minnesota. So
I can't even mention it. It feels like just like a dead family member. You can't really talk about.
It's one you kind of had to watch off. And that's the fan base over there. We got the fan base here on stage today. It is great.
Dropping a 45-pound phone in the background is my girlfriend Allison here,
aka the fan base. We also
the fan.
We
base.
do got little Scrappy Doo, aka Riley, with us, and Scooby's down chilling below. It's so great. So
we'll get the dog cam going for sure next week.
So do we want to talk about the games earlier, or do we want to talk about our game first?
Well,
we're gonna get both.
Pacers game was pretty quick. It seemed like it was over.
What was it? It was over quick. At the halftime, they were up almost 20 points or over 20 points. They shot 67% from the field, which is the most in any playoff game in history. They won 130-109 in New York, by the way. This was in New York, so this was not a Pacers home game. This was in the away, but it was great. I mean, they just shot lights out. There was no defense, but also they were banged up. They didn't have OG Anunoby. I think Jalen Brunson broke his hand earlier in the game. Yeah. Like, they were beat. It was tiresome, and they did a lot better than a lot of teams thought they would this year.
Yeah, well, they had the 2 seed, and then, but yeah, I don't know that Tibbs curse. It feels like kind of he brings them to the.
I feel so bad because I believe in Tibbs. Precipice. I really like Tibbs, actually, like his defensive mindset and everything. Like, he's been right there. Something always happens.
Yeah, I feel like I said that precipice, and I would like the fan base to look that up if that's a correct usage of that.
Oh, you're good. So
the fan base is not currently.
The Pacers
engaged.
Also have blown expectations out of the water. No one expected them to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they've done a fantastic job, especially after trading for Siakam, which was like, I didn't think that trade was going to pull them over, but it clearly has.
I didn't remember that Siakam played for the Pacers until, honestly, like the beginning of the last series, really.
Yeah. Well, he got traded in the middle of the season, so that's what it was. It was part of that Bruce Brown trade.
Yeah. Seems like that was exactly what they needed, though, right?
Exactly. They needed a defense and a big body, and that's what they got with Siakam. So
Let's talk Nuggets.
let's talk Nuggets, baby.
Game
So
7.
Game 7. Who do you think's gonna go off? Who do you think's or who do you think's gonna be the most obviously Jokic. That's that. But like, dude, the serious and look in his face after that last game, he wasn't even sitting on the bench with his guys. He was standing, looking at the opponent. He's like, it ain't gonna happen.
Was that you that shared that? Just a video of him arriving tonight? That was
suit, not looking at anybody, straight face.
He's always like kind of, pretty well dressed when it comes to that. But yeah, it did feel like he kind of took the last game a little bit personal. I don't know what the fuck happened. We shot, what was it like 19% from 3 or something?
And well, the problem was just we kept shooting from 3. We weren't going for 2s or anything. And that's where I think this game's going to change. I don't think we're going to be shooting the crazy 3s. Like, I think there's going to be some, but I think it's going to be drive to the hole, get the fouls, get to the line and put them in trouble. Because if Cat gets in trouble early, foul trouble early, they're screwed. They need Cat to have a beast game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I would say for the Jokic's, for the Nuggets, it's got to be MPJ. He has to have more than single digits. If he gets into 15 to 17 range, it feels like a better chance that we'll have, KCP, that same kind of story. But I mean, Malone clearly has more faith in CB. He's ending the games with him,
Exactly.
So, I guess defensively it makes more sense just with how MPJ's been playing, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be great to have a fucking 25 point,
night from
7
MPJ.
threes night from MPJ kind of thing, Well,
it seems like they almost target him more than like they're like, all right, let Aaron Gordon beat us, let somebody else beat us. They're like, we do not want MPJ going off because they know if he can get hot, it can explode our lead very quickly. From an 8-point to a 15-point game easily, even more. So,
yeah. Well, fucking hell, dude. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be definitely a game 7 to watch, especially just for basketball fans in general. I mean, Anthony Edwards is something. He's going to be fun to watch for the next 5 years, 10 years, I'm all right.
Cool. Anthony Edwards is a beast. And I think
Jokic,
I think we're going to actually I think part of the game plan is let Edwards go off. I think we will stop everybody else and you can have your 40. Like, we'll let you get your 30, but we're going to make sure Cat gets 5. We're going to make sure Gobert gets 7. We're going to if you can keep everybody else, let him have his points.
It hurts having Connolly. I thought for sure he was maybe going to be out for a couple games there, but he comes back and they play like a fucking goddamn dream team.
Knock on wood, I don't want to give him any jinx or anything, but Conley's 0-4 in game 7s. He has never won a game 7.
That's a good stat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
That's why I don't want it to be now, but that's a good thing,
What do we have to say about that? Oh.
Yep, got deep thought. Deep thought.
She just wants more pets, I guess.
Oh, always.
That means she's cheering for the Nuggets too, I guess.
So, I think Christian Brown's going to be used a lot more. I think they're going to bring him in earlier. So instead of to relieve Jamal first, I feel like CB will come in and relieve KCP first. I think that's going to be the first rotation because I think CB plays Ant a little bit better. You can use KCP on some of the other guys, like a Mike Conley or so, something like that. But I think Jamal's going to have a better hot start, and they'll want to keep him in a little bit longer. And so they'll rotate CB to come in and play a little bit more defense and play physical on Ant.
Do you ever feel the need when we're sitting here to do the Joe Buck and turn to the camera and go, smile at the camera?
Yeah. I mean,
you ever seen Joe Buck do that?
Oh, yeah.
And anybody that ever sees this, if you ever watch any Major League Baseball games called by Joe Buck, watch it. And whoever's in the booth with him, whenever they're talking, he turns to the camera and
that's another one.
And then turns back, and it's so strange.
So, besides Jokic, how do you think Jamal's going to do? He has been either hit or miss like this entire series, mostly miss. What do you think is he going to bounce back? Apparently, he was looking really good in practice. He's feeling really healthy.
Yeah, I mean, he's whatever the playoff clutch king. So it feels like right now, at least for the Nuggets. So
it's lined up.
You hope that the game 7 he comes in and halftime he has 16 or 14 or at least kind of feeding the offense, kind of getting that started with him and Jokic in the 2-man game.
In calf injuries, most of the time, it's a time thing. It's nothing you can really do to heal it. It's just a matter of time.
I also want to talk about what the fuck was that match zone defense that they threw? I said that in the chat too, and it seemed like the guys in Colorado also said they didn't recognize it was a new kind of thing. Like that zone last game. Don't fucking do that again, Malone. No. Fucking goddamn it. They were like triple shifting and like guys were shifting off of a shift that were then late because that's how it would work. It seems like it's impossible not to time correctly all the time. So yeah, I don't know. That was a fucking
they need to play with more energy.
Lost by 45, so
yeah, they need to play with more energy. And my biggest thing is don't take the crazy threes. If your three's not dropping, drive to the fucking basket. Come on.
Today's game for sure.
Drive. Get the foul line. Get them in trouble. Get them worried. Okay, now we got to pull Cat out because he's got too many. Oh, we got to pull Gobert out.
Was always told.
Yeah, but have it where Nasri has to play more because the other guys are in trouble.
More Taco Bell over here. Oh, your stacker. You want your stacker?
Yeah.
Fan base needs a stacker.
There we go. Gotta keep. I mean, when you're smoking a lot, you gotta have munchies and stuff.
Word.
Hell yeah. So that'll be afterwards. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna have a cheesy roll.
There you go. So, shoot, I forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about the Nuggets.
Okay.
And,
of course.
Just fucking dominating and being the shit. I guess I don't know.
I also see like they had to throw everything at us. They won by a lot, but they had to throw everything, every type of rotation, everything to win Game 6. And so I think. I mean, Jokic is one to solve, so he'll see what you throw at him, and then the next game he solves you. And especially with 2 days, 3 days in between, like that gives him plenty of time to solve you.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope that fucking actually plays out because the way that we need a fast start, that would be obviously the best. Fucking, I mean,
we can't get down by 10. Like we cannot do that.
Playing the whole playoffs have just been abysmal basically to start the game, so it's been just this whatever you want to call it, slow ball malarkey.
And that's why I kind of hope Jokic is more aggressive and is just like gets his assists later on in the game and just has like 12 at the first quarter. It's just bowling over Rudy Gobert, and it's like, I'm not going to play this game. I'm winning this game. Like, you guys thought it was cute. Like, no, this is my fucking team. Like, my championship.
Yeah. Well, that's what we need to win. I mean,
if
he does that, then I think we'll be pretty set. But outside of that, obviously Murray, the team seems to function as Murray goes. And then if we can get Gordon in there going, on the back cuts and just following on boards like he has been on playoffs, sometimes it feels like he takes it off. But MPJ as well. Obviously, it's like we're naming every player, so it's like if every player plays good, then we'll win. Yeah. But especially those X factors that we kind of mentioned, I feel like, I don't know. And Malone being able to drop inbounds plays, I'll say again, I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's going to come into play somehow for us again, just as a Nuggets history.
I feel like Ant is ready for the pressure. He feeds off the pressure. I feel like Cat and Gobert, they're just going to crumble under it. When it's like, I need to make this play, I need to do something, they're going to do too much and just overthrow it.
Yeah, Gobert, I don't even know. He'll panic. He won't even put himself in the position to be put upon, really. So, I think Cat will definitely, I don't know, do something.
Dumb mistakes.
He's gonna do something. I don't know.
I think that's our biggest thing is just don't turn the ball over. The games that we have low turnovers, we've won.
Yeah.
Other games we have double-digit turnovers, and it's insane.
Yeah. I think just keys to the game, whatever, getting a quick start, and then like Shaggy said, just Jokic ramming it down their throat.
Awesome. Do you want to give a score prediction? Let's spark up one more.
I'm gonna say 109, 101 Nugs.
Okay. I like that. I'm going to go 107, 99 Nugs. We're going to keep them for their another Munder.
Fan base?
Yeah, what do you think the fan base score is?
I kind of like keeping you like,
As a floating voice.
yeah,
out here.
because then you kind of have like the home improvement over the fence effect.
I always think that I am the Wizard of Oz, but okay.
Oh, well, that's the same deal.
He's a phony though.
Home,
So.
home improvement neighbor.
See,
The home improvement neighbor was wise. I was trying to.
There he
get
was.
his
I guess I wanted to be a wizard.
Well, he wasn't one. So
It's true.
there you go.
Yeah. All right. I guess. Price tag. 103. 111.
Okay, I like it. Awesome. So it's going to be a good scoring game. Nuggets are going to pull out, of course. It's in a mile-high city, so we have to. All you Denver fans better be loud, like super loud. This is what's needed to get us to the finals. Because if we face any of the teams from the East in the finals, it's done. We face the Mavericks, it's done. We got them. This is our hardest component. This team is made to try to beat us. Like Tim Conley has specifically made this team trying to beat the Nuggets, knowing that we were the next ones. And so if we beat this team, we got it.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't see the Mavs really standing a chance at all.
They just don't have a big guy.
Yeah, against us or the Wolves.
Yep.
So
yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be 109, 101 Nugs. You
There
heard
we
it here
go.
first. That's what's gonna. And I wanted to say about Jokic too. I heard a stat.
Bring out all the stats for the New York.
Today that he's fifth. He's fifth all time playoff points per game average, 11th all time rebounds per game, and 11 all time and 11th all time assists per game. And no other player has anything close to that. Basically, the only ones that are close are that pass him in one category of those three. So
Yeah.
he has the best record of any playoff player. So really, you have to say that he's the best playoff player of all time.
Yep.
And then
absolutely.
I think you can extend that to, since he has 3 regular season MVPs. Listen, I know Jordan had 6 or 5 or however many he had. I think he had 5. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had 6, I think.
Jordan had 6 rings. Oh,
6
MVPs.
rings, but MVPs, yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it was 6 back.
Yeah. So I mean, there's still that, but man, I don't know. I think if you gave NBA players, this is a I guess kind of a hard thing to pick, but if you gave NBA players a choice, any NBA player a choice, I think they would always pick Yoke first to play with again and again.
Easily, because he also assists you and helps you get the easiest bucket.
Yeah.
And just including another stats that's crazy is so in 75 playoff games, so minimum 75, Jokic is the first player to be, or here, I'll just say he's the 5th player in points per game, 11th in rebounds, and 11th in point assists per game. That is out of every player that's playing in the playoffs right now. Only 4 guys are even top 30 or top 40 for all categories. So Jokic in this playoff run is 5th in points, 11th in rebounds, and 11th in assists. LeBron James, during one of his peak playoff runs, was 4th in points, so higher than Jokic, 37th in rebounds, and 13th in assists. So 2 below and 20-some below in rebounds. Bird, in his best playoff run, I think these are averages. He was 17th, 28th, and 18th. Freak was 8th, 13th, and 32. And then Magic was 50th in points, 53rd in rebounds, and first in assists during his. That's insane.
Yeah, fucking hell, dude. I mean,
so he's in top 15 of all these categories, and the other guys are top 10 in a few, and then mostly like way out of the 20 top 30s in the rest.
So I don't know. I think that's a pretty compelling case for him being the best playoff player of all time, at least.
Absolutely. He
He
just keeps slowing, working his way up. Remember when we were comparing Gobert or Cat to Jokic? When it was them, it was who's better, Cat or Jokic? Who's
better? Still will say Embiid is. I mean, I think those arguments can still be made. I mean, Embiid fucking scored 70 this season, so that's hard to refute it.
Well, what they're starting out to say is he's the best offensive player. So it's like, okay. Right. So what? Jokic just doesn't score himself. And also, they always talk about his defense. Jokic is, I think, top 5 in steals right now, or if not more.
Defensive efficiency, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be always – he's surprisingly always near the top, it feels like. And that's always pointed out kind of quietly.
Yep. And I hate when they talk about defensive players, they only want to talk about blocks. They never want to talk about steals, defensive rebounds, how many times you like really force a player out. It's only did you block his shot or not? Like otherwise you're not a good defensive player. And it's like this dude has some of the most defensive rebounds, which stops a possession, has steals, which stops a possession. Like defense is so much more. Using your players as well. What's your team defense when you're on the court compared where you're off the court? Sometimes defense is understanding, like, I'm pushing my guy to this way because I already have a guy on this side. So it's utilizing both of you.
Yeah, I mean, he's quite the floor general out there, that's for sure.
All right. Well, any last takes or so? We got 20 minutes before the game, but I also have to eat real quick beforehand. And
let's roll.
All right. So you had 109, 103. Right?
Yeah, 109, 101, I think.
All right. I said 107, 99, and we had 113, 103, right? 103. Yep. Okay, so that's where it came in. So
good memory, dude. I fucking did not remember either of yours.
So there we go. So you got our predictions. Nuggets are going to win it, and we will see you guys in the next round.